everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine this fine day, I should say. Sorry, I talk so fast. Sometimes I be messing up. So I jumped up here because I wanted to show my pattern of the arm and hand pattern. And I created this bottle. I'm sorry. I created this bottle to show what, the hands can do. And I thought this was so cute. So anyway, we have a left hand, we have a right hand. Okay, so let me show you how I got these fingers. Okay, there's a pattern. I'm going to put the pattern where you can get the pattern link at the end of this video. So okay, let's get started. So we have, let's count it first of the stitches of how they go. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So what happens is you actually need a total of 7. So for this first one, we're going to put 2 stitches in. Okay. Then, okay, so that's 1 stitch. That's 2 stitch. Okay, so we have this SS string that we had when we first did it. We're going to stuff that in because that will get on your nerves. Sometimes you'll be thinking it's your working yarn and it's not. So we're going to stuff that in there to get that out the way. Okay, after we stuff that in, okay, so we have 2 stitches in that first one. So our next stitch is going to be 3, right? So that's 3. Then you're going to come around, right? That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. So that made our 7 stitches, right? So you want to go and just make sure that this hole is open because as you crochet, they will close up. So you just want to make sure that that's open, okay, that opening. So what I'm going to do, we on the back side of the hand at now. So we're going to take our needle and then we're going to go to the front part, to that first stitch that we did. We're going to go to that first stitch, which sometimes is very hard to find because most people probably wouldn't count that as a stitch. They probably would have did a chain 1, but we're not going to do a chain 1. We're going to count that one latch thing. I mean that one how we did that first one. We're going to count that as a stitch. I'm sorry. So you see how hard that is to go in, but we in there. So we're going to pull that through. And we're going to wrap and then bring it through. Okay, that's how we want. We're not going to do a slip knot. That's not what we want. Then you're going to go into that next one, right next to it, the next one. Okay, so that's 2. All right. Okay, then the next one is 3. And then the next one is 4. I'm going to turn it, come out of it, and just stick it that your needle in here just to make sure it's open because it will close as you do it. Okay, so that's 5. That's 6. That's 7. Right, and that's what we needed. We needed 7. We're gonna go into that first stitch as we came around. See how that looks? That first stitch is right there. Go into that first stitch. Second stitch. I'm taking it out because I want to make sure that I don't want them real tight, but I want them tight enough. And you're going to repeat it in up into 4 rows. We're now on 1, 2, 3. We're on the third one, so we only got to go around one more time. Okay. I hope you're able to follow it. Let me know if you're not. Because I can do another one. But I want to just make sure that this is open. Because as you go, it will close up. Okay. So once we hit that other stitch, that we should be on our 4th row. So that's 1. No. 1, 2, 3. I started here. So 1, 2, 3. So we got one more. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. I just want this. That's why I took it out. I just want, you got to make, you don't need it real tight, but you need it tight enough that, you know. Okay. 5, 6. And we're coming around. 7. Okay. So now we're going to go back. Okay. We're going to go back and count. We're going to start from, let me move this out the way. We start from, when we count, we starting from here. Because that's where all the first ones started at when we start stitching. So we count from here. So this will be 1. This will be 2. This will be 3. This will be 4. So we're done, right? So that 7 is done. So once you still, what you do is once you hit that 7, you're going to go into that next one, slip stitch, knot, and bring it through. It doesn't have to, the strings doesn't have to be real long, but just make sure you make them long enough. On a pattern, I may say a certain amount because I was just trying to be very detailed, but it really doesn't, you know what I mean? Just make it long enough because you're gonna need it later. So this was our 4th finger. Okay, so we're gonna do the thumb. So for the thumb, we're going to put 6 slip stitch in the thumb. We did a magic circle first. I'm sorry. Let me do that over. I'm sorry. You do a magic circle. Let me get some of this out of the way. So I did a magic circle, right? And then I'm gonna put 6 single crochets in. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to take that string and we're going to pull it. Okay? So this is how it will look. Pull it together. And once I pull it, it should look like this. Right? Ease that around. Right? And then go into, make sure you don't get this mixed up. Okay. You got your working thread, your working yarn, and then you got this other yarn. If you had to cut it shorter, that's fine, it's no problem. But just make sure you don't get that messed up. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So you're gonna take this last stitch and put it into the first stitch, which is right here. And it is hard. See that? And you're going to pull that through. You're going to slip stitch. So this is what it should look like. They're very small stitches, so you really got to really pay attention. Okay, so once you do that slip stitch, I go right back into that same stitch, and I'm counting 1, right? Then I go into the next one. That's 2. Then I go into the next one. All right, I'm gonna go into the next one, which is here. That's 3. Then I'm gonna go into the next one. That's 4. I'm gonna go into the next one. That's 5. I'm gonna go into the next one. That's 6. So we're gonna repeat this around for 5 rows. Like I said, you see how small it is? So you really gotta really pay attention. But what I am going to do, I'm gonna turn it in because now it's inside out. So what I'm going to do is turn it on the right side. So you put in your stitches. You're probably gonna have to use this to get it right. So this is what our thumb looks like after it is done. So now you have your 4 fingers and you have your thumb. So let me show you of closing them up, and we're gonna attach our thumb so we can get this hand going, okay? Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video was helpful. If you were, thinking about making hands, like I said, I have a pattern that will take you more into detail and it'll take step by step. But I just wanted to jump up here and show, how how could it be created? Because like I said, the stitches are so small. It's like, well, how did you do this? How did you do that? Or whatever. And I was getting a couple questions about it. But there is a pattern, and I'm going to link that pattern on the end of this video. Okay? All right. But I thank you so much. I thank you again. And what we're going to say, I think this is so dope. Moving down. Okay. What we're going to say is happy hands. All right, you guys. I will see you guys until next time. I hope this was very helpful. I hope you'll be able to upgrade your dials. If you have not already, upgrade your dials and just give a different vibe on them. If you feel what I mean. If you know what I mean. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys until next time. Bye-bye.